What's up guys, my name is Isaac George and I'm typical F1 and welcome to my first League Racing Highlights video. Today we're going to be doing AEC TRS round 1 in Bahrain. As you see here, we're driving for FRT in the McLaren, and the best news is I'm wearing my McLaren t-shirt which matches also to my McLaren car. So we just set a lap time of 26.9 and behind Harvey, my teammate, and eventually Ogween, which is P1. So we're just going to do a slow in lap to get into the pits, and we're going to show you what's happened today, because as we go on for my last run, open up the DRS, go on the straights, as down the straight go DRS, we're going to brake at 100 meters down to gear 3, try and get rid of the curb, and we have a bit of snap. Oh no, we have a bit of a snap here. And we have lost 2/10s, and that has really put a huge impact. And I was just really frustrated. That's really frustrating to be inconsistent in qualifying all the time. But remember, it's not about where you start, it's about where you finish. So anyways, I just finished off the lap, see if whereabouts I need to improve, because eventually I was down in the middle sector as well as the last sector. I think the last sector was alright. I think the middle sector I was way off. But I was confident I can improve in the first sector. As you see, I go down turn 10. It's one of the hard, trickiest corners on the Formula 1 calendar. And it's down the straight with a DRS. You might hear the guitar, but it's just focus. But here we go, we're going to end sector 2, see what we can do. We are still nearly 4/10s down. Still a purple in the sector. We actually cooked the middle sector. We've got to see if we can do well, as the time was completed. I was hoping to keep P7. We just got to get a good exit on the corner, and we're going to come and cross the line, open up the DRS, and we're going to get P7 still.
And the result is we did get dropped to P9 due to people improving, but shame we messed up the first sector of our lap. But all I know is it's not where you start, it's where you finish. Anyways, let's move on to the race.
But there's still more people to come in, as we have the lights out and off we go. We get a really bad start, which has put a really bad impact on us, so I try and go on the right side to try and block. As I do get, I'm getting sandwiched here. This is not very good, as I'm getting 2 cars passing me, and this is not very good start for me, as I drop down to P17, and I'm under pressure from AMS Rambo, and the V carb has got me already, so I'm now down in P18. This is not a very good start for me, as I'm already battling for P17 in this race, but unfortunately got me because Kieran's made a bit of a mistake. But I'm going to go down the inside of Kieran. As you see, he's got front wheel doors. It's absolute carnage at the start, and I was looking like, wow, I would not expect that on my return to league racing. As you see, there's more carnage, more carbon bits of fibre of many front wing damage, but luckily I did not get damage, which I did get past for P14. And you see here that I need to get into the DRS of the Sauber of Josh in front, as he's battling Placky, which Placky is also on the hard compounded tyres. I do get a little bit of a snap, but it's still not over. We've still got a long race to go, but I just have to try and keep crowding behind, because he's on a medium set of tyres. I don't want him to get past, as Josh goes a bit wide and locks on the rear, but it's very easy to lock. As he goes in the pits, and as DRS enables, I'm sitting behind Placky, as I got using my battery, and I'm going to easily breeze past. I'm going to go down the inside of him. Make sure I get the DRS so I'm not too much under pressure. Down the inside I go, and around the outside of turn 2. And I do get the DRS, which is good. And now he's also going to get past by crowding. And yet there's still more carnage in front, and I had to deal with. It's quite stressful at the start. And you see MS Rambo just goes down the inside, and I just nearly got spun out. And I see the Visa Cash App Red Bull was on a ghost, which is not surprising really. Which is down P15, so I went down to P16 again because I had to take time to save my ERS. to see if I can catch back up to the other cars. I see their lights are flashing because I know they're just playing around, as I see. And Rambo, who's right in front. And I'm right behind Rambo. And the V-Carver's right behind me. And I'm battling him. And it's been a bit of carnage at the start, but I think it's calming down a bit, which is good. And I see I got 73% of my battery, which I know it won't be over yet. And I'm still in the DRS train. We've got to know how much Rambo is. I do need to get good cornering to get past him, as I know the medium tyres will drop off in the next couple of laps. So we do need to get past Rambo as soon as possible, as we're about to end Sector 2. And we have really good race pace, and we have better pace than Rambo, as we set at 9.904 for the middle sector. As Rambo did a really bad exit, and we could have a good chance of getting past him, because Rambo could lose it, as we do go down the inside of Rambo, and he's going to probably lose DRS. I did force him a bit wide, but I think that was a bit of a fair move. See, I got DRS, and I'm gonna go for a move on TTM Placky, as I go down on the inside of him. I paused him a bit wide. That was a bit of a good dive bomb, but I do get a warning for it. But I still managed to get the position. But luckily, I did not take him out, which is very good. But now I have the chance to catch up to BRT crowding, as Placky goes back down the inside of me again, and I go a bit one. And I thought I'll just sit behind Placky for a while, but while I save my battery, as I do get a DRS. I try to get past him, but I was like, nah, I just needed to save a bit of my battery so I can catch up to the other cars like Bourbon and that. So this is what I did. But now on to 29% of my battery. As long as I kept in the train of Placky, I would have been fine. But luckily I'm not under pressure from the V cars. These dropped 2.2 seconds. As through turn 10 I go. I think I had better pace than Placky, but I do use a bit of my battery to stay with him, because I think he'll be in DRS range of Bourbon, and I don't want to lose it, so I do use a bit of my battery. I'm on 45 as I'm about to end Sector 2, as I do battle with Bourbon and Placky. I'm going to try and get past two cars. I go down the inside, and I'm hoping to get DRS to them. But I do go down the inside of two cars at once. But sadly, I don't get the DRS, so I had to use my battery to try and keep Bourbon and Placky right behind. And my target is now, can I close up the gap to Quantum before I pit for medium tyres? Which is going to be crucial, because if not, I could still work with Placky to gain the position, or even catch up to Quantum. But the fake TB was probably a bit easier to catch because his medium tyres was just dropping off. But again, I had better pace than Bourbon Boy, you see here. And the safety car's out, and not surprised that safety car's out. Placky did go in, but I know he knows he'll get a penalty for cutting the pit entry, which is just very crucial, because I'm sitting out in P6. Tech just goes in the pits, which is just absolutely brilliant for me, because I can still keep P6 within the safety car, which is just really good for a guy that's just returning to league racing after 2 months. As I do pause my screen, I know I'm not allowed to do that. I'm not allowed to do that in qualifying, but again, I know the rules of it. But so, we'll see what's going to happen, but I will definitely be pitting for medium tyres, as I am going to be having a chance for a good result for a P5 finish. So I do go in the pits. I do get a little bit of a held up because my teammate Harvey has gone in the pits. But the other news is Placky's got held up because his teammate Allison has pitted as well for medium. So 2 FRTs and 2 TTMs are in the pits. And the stop time was 2.1 seconds. As I've been told, don't cut the pit exit because you will get a pen. And here we go. So safety car's in this lap, but sadly my teammate Harvey's disconnected. I feel so bad for Harvey because he drove such a good race. As we get racing once again, and I'm a bit under pressure on Placky. Placky's going to go for a move down the inside of me. But I'm still going to manage to keep position. Can I still manage to keep position? Yes, I do still manage to keep position. But all I have to do is just sit in the train behind those 4 cars with 10 laps to go this race. As now Tech gets past Placky as well in a battle, which is actually good because I'm not too much under pressure. As we now on the penultimate lap, it's going to get really spicy here. Because it's going to be a big battle for the win. As Ogween just goes into the lead. It's going to be looking like it's going to be 3 wide, but Simbrax is going to make it 4 wide in here. But I have to keep myself out of the carnage because I don't want to lose a good result. As I do think of trying to do a move, but that'll be very risky, so I have to keep behind Simbarox. And now it's a bit of a tap from as Allison nearly takes himself out, but he's ghosted. So I do go for a move down the inside. But I'm not surprised that Allison is ghosted, but I'm really going to get annoyed. But even though I shouldn't really get annoyed because he's ghosted. Just so he cannot take himself out. So I do hold on to P5, and I still think Tech was going to get part, but he did not. Because he was saving his battery. But it was neck and neck between 5 cars, or 7 cars. There's a big train of cars. Actually, it was like 8 cars in the battle for the win. As I thought Tech was going to, so I had a bit of a snap here. As we're going to get ready for the last lap, I needed to have 8% to go. As we're going to get ready for the last lap, you're going to have a big drum roll, please, because what's going to happen in the last lap? Is going to be carnage. As I do get the DRS open, there's going to be a lot of slipstream braking. As I do, I'm using all the battery, but I do have to stop because I have to say something for the last lap in case something happens. Simbarox is going to go down the inside of TTM Allison. As he forces him off, and I do get past 2 cars. This is really good. What an overtake. It's repeating the through goes Hamilton overtake back in 2022 in Silverstone. But it's still not over yet because Ogween and Quantum are having a battle against the PGR versus Shazoo. But I'm still within a chance. They're still going wheel to wheel. But I'm keeping myself calm here. I see already Josh gets the fastest lap of the race. But he's at the way back. I don't have to worry about that. I was just focusing on getting that win. As through turn 9 and turn 10 we go. Ogween and Quantum are still neck and neck. We'll see who gets the DRS. Ogween hasn't got the DRS. As I do use the overtake. And Quantum is going to take the lead. And I'm going to go down the inside. Right. This is very good for us. We could go for a move on Quantum. And we could go for a win here in Bahrain. We're going to go I get forced a bit wide. And I do get a warning here, but he knows I've only got 1 warning in this race. Anyways, I have to keep the battery safe. It could be a drag race along. As we go round the last corner. As we're going to come and cross the line. Can we get our first win? In 2 years, we crossed the line. Can we get it? No, we cannot. And unfortunately for us, it's P2, but only 1/10 of a second. Which is just really, really close. What a drive I've had. P18 at the start, after getting sandwiched, to P2 at the checkered flag. This is just, what an achievement. I'm so happy with that. And I totally did so well after having 2 months off league racing. And this is why you don't give up in a league race. Alright, here's the original results here. Quantum 1, me 2nd, Ogween 3rd, Simbarox 4th, Alessin 5th, with the 2 BRTs of Tech and Crowding in 6 and 7. 8th was Placky, 9th was Bournemouth, and rounding out the top 10 was the Fate TB. But the rest, AMS Knight, Rapid, Tondi and Kieran, outside the top 10, but the point system is different, so I think they still do get points in AEC Tier S. So everyone did well today, but I just feel bad for Harvey. I feel so sorry for that disconnect. We deserved better if that didn't happen, but I'm still happy with that P2, but it's not over yet because Quantum is under investigation for an incident, so let's see if he gets a penalty or not. We'll have to find out. It'll have to be drum roll, please.
A few moments later.
And the news is, Quantum has got a 5-second time penalty and 2 penalty points. And you know what this means? And that means I've officially won the Bahrain Grand Prix in AEC TRS for the first time ever, and to give FRT's first ever win in this tournament. Such good work and amazing job, even though I got sandwiched at the start and got lucky with the safety car. I'm so happy with that, and thanks for all your support. And that means we are also second in the Constructors' Championship, but we would have had a big lead if Harvey didn't get bad. Like, I still feel really bad for Harvey after that disconnect. If the disconnect didn't happen, we would have led by a long way. Anyways, thank you so much for watching my highlights. Please give this video a like and a sub and press the notification bell. And then you'll see more F1 content. I'll see you very, very soon. Goodbye.